Everyone seemed to like hearing about how I got scouted. I figured I'd tell you the rest of the story of my modeling journey. When I graduated high school, my plan was always to move to New York with my family. We were gonna get a house out of town and it was gonna be super cushy and I'd be able to continue modeling with the support of my family. Then my dad died. He was our sole source of income. We were just kind of screwed after that. My mom became very depressed and agoraphobic. So I realized if I was gonna do this modeling thing, I was gonna have to do it on my own. My cousin who lives in Milan invited me to her graduation. I saw that as my opportunity to escape all of the depression. So I told her I'd be there and I asked my agency to set up go-sees with agents out there. I'd just gotten access to my Coogan account, so I had enough money to buy myself a ticket, but I was gonna have to go alone. I couldn't move in with my cousin until a week after I got there, so for that first week I was just on my own in a foreign country. Because my mom and I weren't super familiar with the city when we booked my hotel, I ended up in the middle of like nowhere. I speak Italian now, but at the time I didn't. It was terrifying. I was so scared. Basically all of my go-sees were the next day, so I gave myself ample amount of time to fuck up. First meeting was at 9 a.m, so I left the hotel at 6. And good thing I did because my ass did indeed get lost and end up on the side of a highway. Fortunately, a passing bus driver took mercy on me and pulled over and picked me up. He dropped me at the station and told me what bus to get on to get into the city. I made it to my first meeting in the nick of time. The first agency was my top agency and they offered me a contract on the spot. It was all up from there. First major job I booked was for Fendi. Then I worked for Prada and Miu Miu. That's when I started my relationship with the Armani team, who I'm blessed to still be working with 7 years later. I never wanted to leave, so I didn't. I lived in Milan for like a year. I got my own apartment. It was pretty awesome. Like and comment for part 2 of this story to hear how I ended up in New York.